In the new episode of Sports Nation, we will go to Kazakhstan and visit the country's first table tennis center. We will talk with Olga Rypakova, Olympic champion in athletics. At the end of the episode, we will talk about Paralympic swimmers and their coach Natalia Manokhina. Dear friends, we are in Kazakhstan, and look at that beautiful facility behind my back. It is the first specialized table tennis center in Kazakhstan. Why is it in Kazakhstan? It is simple. The region takes a leading position in the country in the development of this sport. The facility meets all the world standards.
Здание не маленькое, общая площадь около 4,5.
The building is not small. The total area is 4,500 square meters. All area goes for the development of table tennis. There is only one such center in the CIS, and it is located in Orenburg, Russia.
Месяцев, но и то здесь уже успели провести чемпионат Казахстана.
Friends, playing ping pong is a favorite leisure activity of Barack Obama, Cristiano Ronaldo, and the president of Kazakhstan, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. He received a degree as a candidate for a Master of Sports in table tennis when he was in school. At the end of 2020, he attended the opening of the new center. Now the building is a second home for tennis players of the Kazakhstan national team. The center is fully adapted for long-term training camps. National teams from other countries are planning to visit the center. Qatar team wants to come. Polish team also wants to come. Friends, this is the center of the arena, the main hall, where there are 16 tennis tables. If desired, we could host the World Championships here. We have all the conditions. On the sides, there are stands for the fans. Opposite me, there is a referee's box. And right above us, there is a VIP zone. We'll go there. The Championship of Kazakhstan, which was held in the center, helped to form the men's and women's national teams. It also helped to check the shape of the athletes after a long pause because of the pandemic. There were some sensations, of course. My friends, beside me, there is champion of Kazakhstan in table tennis among adults. Alan, how old are you? On January the 12th, I turned 14 years old. So this is a record for the championship of Kazakhstan to win at such an age. There have been no such records before. How did you reach such a success? We have been training very intensely for the last 6 months. Earlier, we trained under the stands of Stadium Shakhtar. Then we moved to this center. Everything is different here. There are 3 floors, our gym, a lot of space, good tables. Let's use an opportunity and play with the rising star of Kazakhstani sport. I don't know why, but it is like the ball was bouncing off the racket. There was no chance from the beginning. I think that thanks to playing in such conditions, they will feel more confident in international competitions outside the country. In September, the management of the Table Tennis Federation has scheduled an international tournament, Kazakhstan Open, in the center. More than 50 countries are going to participate in it.
Kazakhstan Open с участием более 50 стран мира.
Друзья, мы на втором этаже спортивного центра.
Friends, we're on the second floor of the sports center. Here we have a conference room. It is bright. It is possible to hold a meeting or press conference here. This is a recreational area both for athletes and parents. You can sit comfortably, take a cup of coffee and enjoy watching your favorite game.
Чашечку кофе и наслаждаться просмотром любимой игры. Вот такие у нас панорамные окна повсюду.
There are panoramic windows everywhere. The best place to watch the competition is in our VIP zone. Let's show you. There are the best conditions for watching table tennis. Next to it, there is the gym, where, as the coaches say, they took into consideration all the wishes of tennis players. There is also the third floor, where we also have tables, rackets.
Здесь у нас занимаются группы начальной подготовки.
Initial training groups train here. The coaches are young. In the evening, amateurs and veterans of sports come to train here.
И также в вечернее время у нас здесь занимаются любители и ветераны спорта.
Table tennis is one of the most accessible and popular sports in Kazakhstan, but only a few choose to train professionally, and they need such conditions for quality growth. Such a center will likely encourage gifted young people to stay in the sport longer. Friends, now you can watch a childhood dream come true. I've only seen such table tennis robots on TV. It's wonderful that the new center has them.
За последний год провели
Over the past year, they have installed technical equipment in all regions of Kazakhstan. This year, in many regions, they plan to build similar centers to promote the development of our sport.
аналогичные центры, что будет способствовать дальнейшему развитию нашего вида спорта.
The new sports complex is now not only the pride of the Table Tennis Federation, but also an architectural decoration of the miners' capital. Next in the episode, we're going to have a big interview with Olga Rypakova, Olympic champion in athletics, about fame, injury, and the new coach. Track and field athlete Olga Rypakova is the only athlete from Kazakhstan who has become a medalist in 3 Olympics in a row. All medals are of different value, including a gold medal in the 2012 Olympics. It is quite rare to achieve such success even by the standards of world sports. At the same time, Olga is an active athlete. Her current goal is to participate in the Olympics in Tokyo. Olga Rypakova was born in Oskemen in a family of athletes. It was her parents who brought her to track and field. When Olga was very young, she already could compete with older athletes. Her first big success was at the Asian Games in Doha in 2006, where she won the gold medal. Today, Olga holds the record for the most wins in international athletics competitions among Kazakhstani athletes. I know that last year you were struggling with injuries, so I think that postponing the Olympics was not the worst decision.
Из-за пандемии, к сожалению, то, что мы хотели, планировали, не получилось, потому что мы не...
Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we couldn't do what we wanted and planned to do. I could not go to the training camp, my coach could not come to us. That's why we couldn't manage to improve something and train as we wanted. That is why the postponement of the Olympics had some good points for me. They were minor ones. It gave me a chance to train harder and to improve the quality of my rehabilitation period.
Более качественно провести период реабилитации.
Each athlete experienced it in his/her way. All of them had a negative impact. Are there any good points? What is the main thing that you learned from this pandemic? I've realized that nothing is permanent. I've understood that you need to devote more time to yourself, to your family, and to be happy about today.
И дню, в котором мы в данный момент находимся.
Have you ever thought about finishing your career?
Было несколько раз, конечно, не один раз, что думала, хватит, все, может быть.
Of course I have. A few times I've thought about it. I was thinking that it was enough. Maybe the pandemic was a sign that I shouldn't do it anymore. I don't feel that I've reached a point. Maybe I'm so greedy for emotions, for medals.
Я спортсменка, я профессиональная спортсменка, которая этим живет, и мне это необходимо, как воздух, наверное.
But I'm a professional athlete who lives for it. I need it like air. I feel that I want more. Of course, it's incredibly difficult to find motivation, physical and emotional strengths. During this period, I got a very good team. I meet people who fully support me, so the motivation becomes even greater because of them.
Встречаются такие, которые меня поддерживают всецело, и поэтому мотивация становится еще больше благодаря им.
How would you consider the Olympics in Tokyo for yourself? How do you perceive it? I do not want to consider it anyhow. I just want to go there. I want to feel these emotions again. And then what will be? I don't want to plan. Tell us please about your coaching consultant. What is this cooperation for you?
Когда долгое время занимаешься одним и тем же делом,
When you deal with the same thing for a long time, you become less perceptive.
взгляд, наверное. То есть
We got used to working under certain conditions, and I feel that I have difficulties in this period. I want something new. I need changes. I think it's not just in sports.
сложнее. Вот хочется чего-то нового, какого-то изменения. Ну, я думаю, что это не только в спорте бывает. Хэнк для меня сейчас, он как, ну, грубо говоря, да, пинок какой-то.
Hank, roughly speaking, gave me a kick. He's the go-to guy. He brings a lot of contribution to my training. It's exercises, a new perspective on training, the emotional background during training. He is a new person with new opinions, new ideas. He's very competent in everything. His work is focused just on me. This is what I need.
Но все очень грамотно, все очень сосредоточено именно для меня. То, что именно мне необходимо.
I work with many athletes from the world's best, and but she's really exceptional. Apart from the fact that she's very good physically, also mentally she's very strong, and also well, she's a very nice person. A very nice person. I really appreciate working with her. She's doing well in the moment, and she still has little injuries. The injuries are no more than this. Very small injuries. But triple jump is very demanding. You can walk, you can sit, you can stand, you can probably run. But triple jump is a very demanding event.
We are in Oskemen. Almost everyone recognizes you here. People know the facts from your biography. This arena is named after you. What's it like to live with such fame, and how comfortable is it for you?
Спокойно. Я не делаю из этого какой-то, я не знаю, не возвышаюсь, естественно. Ну, это люди так решили.
I'm okay with it. I don't think I'm great, of course.
Мне нравится.
People have decided to do it. I don't consider myself a legend. I just do what I like, what I love. Why is it named after me? I don't know. It's all done for athletics.
Просто легкую атлетику. Это делается для легкой.
My name is famous. A lot of people know it.
Да, многие знают. Но это
It helps to attract more kids, young people to our beautiful sport.
детей, молодежь, тем более.
It's the pride of my life. It's something I've lived since I was born.
Это гордость. Это моя гордость моей жизни, чем я жила с рождения, можно сказать, потому что мой папа.
My father is my coach. He's a track and field athlete. I was born in a sports family, and I want very much that my favorite sport develops as much as possible. I don't want to be an end point. I want the kids who live and practice here to be better than I am.
Хочется продолжения, чтобы не только на мне там что-то остановилось. Я хочу, чтобы дети, живущие здесь, которые растут и занимаются легкой атлетикой, были лучше, чем я.
Do you see any progress in sports development?
Конечно.
Of course, I see it everywhere in Kazakhstan. It is moving up. Track and field is developing. They are building sports infrastructure. It could be built faster, but nevertheless.
Не так быстро, как хотелось бы.
There was a big period when we had nothing. I trained in school gyms, so that's where we came from. There's minimal equipment there. We are in the warm-up zone now, while in Europe it's a fully equipped arena. It can be like this.
В Европе это полноценный манеж. Бывает и так.
In Nur-Sultan, a track and field arena also was built, and we were told that your wishes were also taken into consideration. And what was your wish for the construction?
Ну, чтобы это был действительно дворец.
I wished it was a palace that meets all world standards, so it would be possible to hold major international events, such as the World Championships.
Таких как чемпионаты мира.
Do we have any nearest future replacement in the triple jump? I know Maria Ovchinnikova.
Конечно, да, спортсменка растет.
Of course, she's a growing athlete. Now she also entered a new stage for herself. It's a difficult transition from junior to the adult sport. Athletes usually have a slump. We call it the pit of age. But when an athlete overcomes it, she improves. Masha is slowly coming out of it, and I hope it will be a success. Soon there will be the National Championship of Kazakhstan. We hope she will show good results. Judging by her training, she improved. They train here. I can watch. Now we need to shape it.
В ближайшее время у нас будет чемпионат Казахстана, и очень надеемся, что она покажет очень хороший результат.
Have you ever thought about what you will do after your professional career?
Ну, были разные мысли, конечно.
I have had different thoughts. There is no decision yet. I'm still in search. I can't say definitively when I will be done with professional sports.
Сказать, когда я закончу со спортом.
After her triumph in London in 2012, Olga Rypakova took a break in sports for 2 years. Together with her husband, they are raising 2 children, son Kirill and daughter Anastasia. Olga has the military rank of major. Until recently, she has a deputy of the regional Maslihat, but left her post because she started preparations for the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Olga, besides sports, how do you rest from your intensive training?
Не всегда удается отдыхать, это поэтому мне даже тренер вот Хэнк тоже.
I don't always get to rest. Even Hank scolds me.
Профессиональный спортсмен действительно.
After all, a professional athlete not only trains, she has to rest and recover properly.
Я сейчас, конечно, не жалуюсь.
But I'm not complaining, that's reality. I have a family and children who are also growing up and need my attention. I have to help them develop, study, and I'm happy to do that.
Которым я должна тоже помочь развиваться, учиться.
In 2008 in Beijing, you were one step away from a medal, having taken 4th place. Later, it turns out that they found doping in one medalist, and later in another. You ended up with the silver medal. What are the emotions of the athlete of getting a medal when everything is over, when there is no special atmosphere?
Во-первых, это было удивление. Не то, что удивление, ой, у меня медаль. Как так? Такие классные девчонки.
First of all, it was a surprise. Not because I got the medal, because these girls are so cool, they don't jump that far. Why it happens like this? It's been 10 years. It's been a strange feeling. Honestly, I don't feel good about it, even having a medal.
Это круто смотрится, это интересно, супер, да, красиво так, можно сказать, да, почетно все. Но на самом деле никаких эмоций у меня не было, вообще никаких.
For a collection, it's cool, beautiful, honorable, but there were not any emotions at all. But since that's the way it's supposed to be, fine, I'll take it. I didn't want to promote it and didn't feel happy. It is very frustrating that it didn't happen during the competition. Of course, I would like to experience emotions at the competitions, to stand on the pedestal. The performance in Beijing was one of my brightest ever. I guess so.
Выступление в Пекине, ну, наверное, одно из самых ярчайших для меня за всю историю. Наверное, так.
It's interesting. Perhaps your views have changed.
Взгляды поменялись, эмоции были.
The views have changed, but it's hard to express emotions. Just being at the Olympics in Beijing, the scale of the whole Olympics, I was able to participate in the opening ceremony. We were there. When I remember it, I have goosebumps. I know your English level is high. I wouldn't say so. However, you write your posts on social networks in English and Russian. Do you write them yourself? I have editors who help me.
Отдаю на
It's also in Kazakh. It's the same. Some people help me to express what I want to say.
помогают именно редактировать то, чтобы грамотно выразить мысль, которая у меня есть.
Your audience is not only Kazakhstani people, you have fans in different countries. What did they write? Any wishes or requests?
Ну да, бывает, что просят автографы выслать, а бывает...
Sometimes they ask me to send an autograph. Sometimes they wish me good luck. They send me compliments. It's nice that people follow me and that they learn about Kazakhstan via me.
Очень радует, что не только... Ну, что о Казахстане узнают через меня, наверное, так.
People learn about Oskemen in particular. You were born in this city. You lived here. Are your plans connected with this city? Yes, of course. How would you describe it briefly to me, to someone who is not familiar with the city? Why do you love it?
Ну, во-первых, это моя родина, я здесь родилась. Все-таки это земля, наверное.
First of all, it's my native city, the land that gives me the strength. I lived in Almaty for many years. I married and had 2 children there. It's also my home. I don't know, the first time I came to Almaty, I felt at home. We came back to Oskemen because we wanted to start developing track and field here. Olga, thank you very much. You energize, inspire other people. We wish you meet people like you. We wish you success and be happy regardless of the results. Next in the episode, we will get acquainted with Natalia Manokhina, honored swimming coach of Kazakhstan, and her team of Paralympians. People say that Natalia Manokhina is a coach by vocation. She has been engaged in professional swimming for 40 years, raising real champions. That is proved by the results of her trainees. All of them are special athletes, students of the Kazakhstani Specialized School of Disability Sport. There are a lot of people with musculoskeletal disabilities, visual, hearing impairment. They have complexes. They are afraid to go out, but sports help them adapt. Besides, athletes with musculoskeletal disabilities require a lot of rehabilitation. No other type of physical activity compares with swimming. After all, our body is 60% water. The relative weightlessness while swimming helps relieve strain on the spine. For athletes with disabilities, it's not just physical rehabilitation, it's also an opportunity to live a full life, gain confidence, and make friends. I believe they can do a lot. That's why we have the same requirements for them as for regular athletes, and we have the same intensive training sessions. We also train twice a day. Everything is very serious. These guys have been through hard times, but their love for swimming always helped them pull themselves together and take a step forward. Every day, every hour, they overcome themselves to get closer to their dreams. It requires character and willpower. It is important to understand what you're going to achieve next. If you also love this activity, you will succeed. First of all, you need to overcome, get over difficulties. You can't always start with something new. You have to do it. That's life. To move forward, you have to get over your emotions and move forward. At the last Para-Asian Games in Indonesia, the national team of Kazakhstan won a record number of medals, 33. Most of them were in para-swimming. It has become possible to develop this sport because the conditions appeared. The real boom happened in 2016 when Zulfiya Gabidulina won gold in Paralympic swimming for the first time in history of Kazakhstan. A new goal for our national team is the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, where athletes have a good chance to compete for medals. 9 people in Kazakhstan have already qualified for the Olympics. But unfortunately, this does not yet give the right to participate in the Olympics because the Paralympic Committee distributes the licenses. To date, we have 6 licenses, 2 women's and 4 men's. We applied for 2 more. Let's hope they will approve. Athletes in para-swimming are divided based on physical, intellectual and visual impairments. It's an accessible sport where all people with disabilities can try themselves. Much will depend on the attitude of the athlete and the expertise of the coach. If the coach is competent, then of course the desire to train is great. I have been training under her guidance for more than a year. My results were stagnant for some time, and then I joined the team of Natalia Yegorovna, and my results started to improve every 6 months. It depends on my desire, but my coach also invests in me. Finding yourself in a difficult situation, it is important not to break down psychologically. Sports is always a great opportunity to change your life for the better. According to the tradition, we end the episode with the video of the week. Beautiful landscapes, speed, and adrenaline, that is in short kayaking. This sport has only recently appeared and its essence is rafting down a rough river on a rowboat. Today we're going to visit the state of Tennessee and meet professional kayaker Nick Troutman to know more about the trend.